Alright guys, so today we are going to be having a look at the top 5 class setups you guys want to be using in Modern Warfare 2 Season 6. These 5 weapons are absolutely insane, fast killing, low recoil, and just very fun to use all around in the game. But if you guys haven't already and you are new around here, make sure you are subscribed to the channel and turn on post notifications, as you don't want to miss a single video at all, as this is the best place for all Call of Duty related content. And if you do enjoy today's video guys, feel free to drop a like down below, that'd be very much appreciated. But with all being said, let's jump right into it. So the first weapon we are going to be having a little look at is the FSS Hurricane. Now this is one of my all-time favorite weapons in the game, and it's always been very fun to use. Now this particular setup is awesome, it's powerful, low recoil, and you guys are really going to go ahead and enjoy using it a fair bit. So first of all guys, perk package always the same in all my class setups, never really change it unless I'm playing search and destroy. So that is battle hardened, scavenger, fast hands, and quick fix. Just a nice balance of perks there. And same with field upgrades, dead silence and munitions box, always use them. My lethal tactical, melee, it always changes, well not melee but secondary, but mine's a melee. I've got the combat knife on, but they always change me. So at the minute, like this particular class setup, it's got a knife, flashbang, grenade, but you know, it always changes. It's all personal preference, I've always said, on those 3 options. But let's actually jump into the FSS Hurricane. So let's start off then with the muzzle. So we are going to be using the Spiral V3.5 flash hider. Now this increases your recoil steadiness, and then you do get the muzzle flash concealment. Your ADS and aiming stability takes a knock. But if we have a little look into the tuning, I do reduce it, well, increase the ADS speed by -3.5, and we increase the gun kick control by +26. And then the next attachment we're going to be using is the Cannonade 16-inch. So it does increase your damage range, hip fire accuracy, and bullet velocity. Unfortunately decreases the ADS and hip fire recoil control. Into the tuning on this one then guys, recoil steadiness +18, and then your damage range +40, so you want to go max on that. Then for the stock guys, we are going to be running the Demon Quicksilver stock. Now you have 2 options here, and people do tend to pick the wrong one. They do pick the collapse version. Don't use the collapse version, it's not good guys. You want to be using the standard Quicksilver stock. Increases your sprint speed, your aim walking speed, crouch movement speed, and your ADS, and your aiming stability and recoil control does take a slight hit. But in regards to tuning on this weapon guys, you're going to need to increase your ADS all the way to -3.61, and your aiming idle stability to 2.4. So the rear grip guys, we're going to use the Phantom Grip. This increases your sprint to fire speed, ADS speed, does decrease your recoil control and flinch resistance. The tuning on this thing guys, we are going to go ahead and put your recoil steadiness all the way up to 1, and your sprint to fire speed, you want to take that to -2.8. And then lastly for this weapon guys, you want to go ahead and use the 5.7x 28mm armor piercing. Increases bullet penetration and vehicle damage. All in all guys, perfect balance on this class setup, and it is very strong and very fun to use. So next up guys, we're going to have a look at the Lockman. So once again, same perks. Field upgrade seems to be wrong there, so I do need to change that, but the secondary, just a pistol. The actual class setup, let's jump into it. The Lockman sub, another very long time favorite SMG this, in all fairness with you guys. So let's have a look at the gunsmith and what we're rocking on this. So for the barrel, we're going to start with the FTAC M sub 12-inch. Increases recoil control, damage range, bullet velocity, hip fire accuracy, ADS, movement speed, and hit recoil control all take a little hit. So then we're going to use the FSS Sharkfin 90. Increases your aiming idle stability. We're going to use the 40 round mag guys, and then the rear grip, we're going to use the Lockman TCG -10 and the LM stockless mod, which increases your ADS speed, increases your sprint to fire speed, movement speed, hit recoil control, your aiming recoil control, aiming stability, and flinch resistant always takes a little hit on that one. I've not done any tuning on this. I've enjoyed it just with the basic attachments, to be fair, so I didn't see any point tuning them. You know, just try it out guys. If you want to tune it slightly, that's up to yourselves, but try this out first, let me know how you get on, and if you find that using tuning is better, then obviously give me a shout and let me know. So then we are going to have a look at the TAC 56. Now I think I've shown this class setup before, but to be honest with you, it's very powerful and it is one of my all-time favorites. So having a look in the gunsmith, we will start over at the barrel once again. So we are using the 17.5-inch Tundra Pro barrel. Increases damage range, hip fire accuracy, and bullet velocity. Does decrease ADS and hit recoil control. In regards to tuning, we have increased -0.26 and we have increased the ADS by 0.12. So next up guys, we are using the FSS shark fin on this. It is pretty awesome. I love this grip, in all honesty. I love the underbarrel grip on this. It just increases the aiming idle stability, which is what you want, and there's no cons. It is one of my favorite attachments in the game. In regards to tuning on this, we have gone for a negative 5.2, a negative 0.52 on your ADS speed, and we have gone a plus 0.32 on your aiming idle stability. So for the ammunition then, guys, we have gone for a 5.56 high velocity, which increases your bullet velocity. It does take off a bit of damage range, but it's not a problem. And then the rear grip, we have gone for the demo clean shot grip. This increases your sprint to fire speed, your ADS, but does decrease your recoil control slightly. In regards to tuning, your ADS speed has been fetched down to 0.45, and then we've also gone for your sprint to fire speed to 0.22. And then lastly, the stock, guys, we are going to use the TV X-Line Pro. That increases your crouch movement speed, sprint speed, and ADS speed. It does deduct your recoil control slightly. We haven't done no tuning on this because I didn't feel any need to. So then the next weapon we're going to be having a quick look at, guys, is the M4. Now the M4 is another very powerful weapon in this game. So if we have a little look here at the gunsmith, what we're going to be using, we'll start over at the muzzle once again. We are going to be using the VLK Colossal Flash Hider. This does actually increase your recoil steadiness, recoil stabilization, then you do get rid of the muzzle flash concealment there. Your ADS speed and aiming stability do take a hit, but on the tuning, we've gone for a negative 0.48 on the ADS speed, and the gun kick control, we've knocked that all the way up to plus 0.40, and so that does really help with the control massively, and you will see that in those gunfights, especially those long range gunfights as well. So the F-Tac Ripper 56 is the underbarrel we are going to be using. Increases your aiming idle stability, hip fire accuracy, recoil stabilization, ADS speed and walking speed is reduced slightly on there. Tuning, you do get a plus 0.44 on your recoil stabilization, and then for your aiming idle stability, we do increase that to 0.15. Then again, we are using the 5.56 armor piercing on this, so it increases bullet penetration and vehicle damage. Rear grip, we're going to use the Phantom grip once again, so that's the sprint to fire speed and ADS speed that is increased. Recoil control and flinch resistant is your negatives from that, but with the tuning, we do increase the ADS speed to negative 0.42, and we do increase your sprint to fire speed by negative 0.06. And then the optic, guys, we are going to use the Chronon Mini Pro. It is my favorite optic sight to use. It is all personal preference as well for your optic sights. You can choose whichever one you feel most comfortable with, but I do prefer this one. Your pros are you do get obviously a precision sight picture. The ADS speed is reduced slightly, but in regards to tuning, I have gone ahead and increased the flinch resistant by plus 1.45, and then what we've done is we've increased the far, so eye positioning, to minus 2.25. Now with that, it does give you a wider field of view. It does spread your dot a lot further out, but actually you get a better accuracy with this all in all, so you guys definitely want to try that out. But that is the M4 class setup. So then finally, guys, we are going to be having a look at the PDSW 528, which is a very good SMG at both medium and close range. You can pop off at long range, but it's more of a medium close range weapon. And let's hop into the gunsmith on this. So with this, I don't believe I've done any tuning on this one. I do find it a very strong weapon right away. So we are going to be using the 16-inch cloak 90, so it increases obviously your sound suppression, recoil control, bullet velocity, hip fire accuracy, the ADS, movement speed, hit recoil control, and damage range all take a slight hit. Then for the underbarrel, we are going to use the demo Imp 44 grip. Pretty cool. There's not much increase or decrease on that. It just gives you a bit more stability and movement. And then for the com, we are going to be using the TV Tac com. Increases your sprint to fire speed and ADS speed, decreases your aiming stability and aim walking speed. And then the stock, we are going to be using the CQB stock. Increases crouch movement speed, sprint speed, and your ADS speed. Does decrease recoil control slightly. And then for the optic, we are going to use the SZ Mini. This literally just increases your sight. ADS does drop a bit, like, you know, like every sight does. But that all in all is the final weapon that we're going to be looking at today, guys. Like I said, they're all very fun to use. You guys definitely want to go ahead and try them out. And if you do try any of them out, feel free to let me know down below. I'd be very interested to see how many people try these class setups, and let me know which one's your favorite and which ones you've altered slightly, and I can always try your class set out as well. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Of course, it is the second weekend of the beta coming up at the weekend, so you guys definitely want to stay tuned for all that content. But make sure you drop a like on today's video, subscribe if you're new. As always, guys, I'll catch you on the next video.